We have been hearing stories of refugees in Sudan, and there is no question that the war operation has affected communities and people were forced to flee. In any war situation, it's one of the sad situation. And as I said, from the beginning, that's one of the things that concerns us, because war creates such a situation of deserts and displacement and IDPs and people even fleeing from their country to neighboring places. This is a natural product of a war situation. But as the situation seems to improve, I'm aware that there are sufficient preparation on the part of authorities to resettle people and to welcome refugees, to welcome Ethiopians also who have fled outside of Ethiopia's border. But in terms of some of the stories that is coming out of the refugee camps, I do acknowledge that there are possibly credible stories of some civilians who have suffered impacts of the war operation. But I would also be very careful of some of the stories coming from refugee camps, because from experience, we know the kind of people who end up in refugee camps. Following the tragic incident in Maikadra, both the perpetrators and civilians have fled, and some of the perpetrators have definitely joined the civilians who were fleeing to the refugee camps. So I would be very careful of some of the narratives emerging out of the refugee camps, because some of such stories are stories of perpetrators. This is not the first time we have had such an experience from Rwanda to Uganda to DRC. We have all seen it, how perpetrators ended up in refugee camps and started building different narratives. No perpetrator is going to tell you that they are perpetrators. They build stories of victimhoods. So I would be very careful about the stories from the camps.